Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we are week 33 of the CCT 52 challenge. Remember, no rules, just guidelines. Join anytime you want. Do one project, do 52 projects. It really doesn't matter. This is just to help you, to help me think outside the box. Sometimes I find when I'm not feeling really creative or my mojo isn't quite there, I do something like this and it just kind of helps me because then I don't have to think as much. So the green dice tells us what we're making, the red dice tell us what we're going to have to use. So we are doing 3. So we are doing a pocket or a flip. And we are doing 5 prompts. So let's reach in here. From week to week, I haven't been putting my prompts back in here. I'll do that at the very end if I need to. So let's pick out 1, 2, 3, 4, and come on, 5. Let's see what we got. We have mushrooms. Look, Brenda, we have mushrooms. Seashells. Well, those don't go together. A charm. A flower. And a word. Okay, that might not be bad. The mushroom and the seashells are going to be a little harder to put together, but the rest can kind of go with anything. Like, those 4 go together good, and these 4 go together good, but putting those 2 together might be a little harder, but we will certainly try. And remember, we're making a pocket or a flip. Let me go and I'll gather up some stuff and try to get an idea in my head of what we are going to make. And then we'll be right back to do it. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my things collected. I have my mushroom. I have charms. I have a word. I have a flower. And I have seashells. And I couldn't decide whether I wanted to make a pocket or a flip. So we're going to combine them and make it. So I've got my page out of my book. I've got a number of extras today. I'm going to start we're going to make the flip out of this blue fabric. We actually used this in last week's project. And I thought, well, let's make a fabric flip. So let's glue this. I'm going to make a pocket that is kind of like this. So actually, let's start by gluing these together. I'm going to use art glitter glue as always. Okay, now I guess this could be our word too. We have a number of words. I have this little piece of paper and I thought it was quite sea themed, and being that we had to do seashells and whatnot, I figured I might as well make it like sea type theme. Okay, so we got that down. In reality, we'll actually have 2 pockets because there'll be one down here and one behind. So let's glue this down then. Gotta think of where I want to glue if I want to have them both as pockets, which sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, so I think I got that. Okay, now I'm gonna glue here, here, and here. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. This is a piece of leftover ledger paper that I had in my envelope from the projects. I think I'll glue this little bit too. In other words, that's going to end up tearing. Okay, and let's put it right about here. Make sure we get this all down. I hope you're enjoying this challenge and are playing along. Well, let's just see here. So we'll have the pocket there, and we'll have the pocket there. Perfect. Okay. Now for the flip, I'm going to put it close to the top. I was gonna like make it all straight. No, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Oh, hold on. I gotta do something first. So I got this here. I made this beforehand. I just did some chain. I had the 3 charms. Added the crab, lobster, whatever it is down there. I happen to have a piece of thread here. And what I want to do is I'm going to sew this up onto the top. And then I'm just going to leave my end longer so I can tie it off. And I'm just going to put a couple stitches in the top couple of chains. Because, you know, this stuff doesn't glue on very well. And it's okay if it shows through on the back. It shouldn't, because the top of this fabric's going to get glued down. Okay, that should be enough stitching. Let's just tie it off. We'll do 3 knots. Oops. Missed one of my threads. 2 to hold it. 1 for good luck. Trim that off. Oops. Okay. Let's poke my needle back into my piece of foam so I don't. Okay. Now, maybe I was gonna put this here just to kind of hold the chain in place. That was my thought. So let's actually do that right now. This one we will see, but that's okay. I don't think it's that important whether we see it or not. And this is mostly to hold the chain in place, not really to hold it. If that makes sense. Okay, let's. And again, this type of stuff, just. I could use my glue gun, I guess, for this. but I'm just going to put a couple stitches on each side of the knot of, oops, sorry, I just banged the camera. Okay, let's put a couple stitches on this side. I do enjoy seeing your projects, your challenge projects that you make, and any other projects you make. Brenda has been a faithful follower on the channel, and she'll be happy that there is mushrooms this time because she loves mushrooms, and she doesn't have dice, so she just uses the same rolls that I do. So I look forward to seeing what you make, Brenda. There's links of people that are doing the challenge, so do check them out. Okay, so that's just going to be kind of like that. Now we can glue this on. I think I want it to cover that piece. Okay, let's turn this around now. And then we're going to put a line of glue. We'll put a couple lines of glue because this is going to be a little bit heavier than paper. So we'll glue like maybe 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then lay it down and try to make it straightish. And then that's going to, there we go. So that's going to be like that. Now let's take this. This is a piece of lace that I actually just finished dyeing. I've got a 4-part series, excuse me, coming up that is all about dyeing fibers and whatnot. It was only going to be 2, but then it kept growing and growing and growing, so I decided it's going to be 4 parts. So that should be coming starting next week. Actually, as I speak, the videos are saving on the computer. Just finished editing them. I don't edit them much. I just put a little blurb at the front and just, yeah, not much. It takes a lot of time to do that. Now, I want to take this guy and he's gonna hide underneath. So I think if I put him right about, I don't know, should I have a little bit of him peeking out? This will kind of be like a surprise. Okay, let's do them as close to this edge as we can. And we'll just think them out. This was actually, it was one of my gnome kits, and this was like a postcard in that kit, so I just cut him out. It was actually a winter scene. There was him and his buddy kind of playing in the snow, and I kind of thought he was kind of cute. Well, okay, that'll still work for the pocket. I was going to put this behind him, but that's okay. There, so he's hidden under there. Now this here kind of reminded me of fishing net. So it's gonna go right along here. Now this is not going to be easy to glue down. So I'm going to start by just putting some dots on some of these. I don't like to just spread the glue all over and then put something like this down. So that's just going to kind of go here. And gluing down on the little knots will hold it down, I think, pretty good. It's just going to take a little while to glue it all down, that's all. If some of it is not attached, that's okay. Like every knot doesn't have to be done. But I am going to do as many as I can to make sure this is really secure. I had thought about making this into a pocket, but then I thought, nah, it's going to be hard to slide things in and out of something like this. Okay. Put a little more. I think we can do the rest of it this time. I want to make sure I get the top ones for sure. And the ones on the very edge. But it should glue down just fine. Okay, and then I want to stretch it so it comes all the way over. One dot right here and there to hold this corner down. Good. You're always going to get glue showing through, and that's okay. So there is our fish net. We got those there. Now this here, I want to take this and I'm going to glue it kind of there, but because this is a flip, okay, I'm just going to glue down half of it. And I want to glue it down pretty good. So I'm going to put fair amount of glue, more glue than what I would normally put on this, because it is also going on the fabric. And then from the E over, make sure we have it straight. And just, okay, let's just lift that up for a second. I'm not keen on like this on the back, but that's okay. And then let's put our 33, let's put it just right over here. So maybe in a future project we can make tags or cards for this. Okay, there's 1, 3. And then we have our other 3. Again, I'm using the calendar numbers. It's worked out great so far using them. And plus it gives me a chance to use some of them up. Okay, so there is that. That should be on there fairly good. And I had pulled this out, but I don't know. I think I'll just leave that off for now. So I think that takes care of our project. Week 33. We had to make a pocket or a flip, so we've got both. We've got a fabric flip, we've got pocket. Remember we tried them. Pocket. Maybe I'll keep this little envelope in mind if I need to make something. That was in a box of something that was totally different than what we got. So we've got our mushroom, we've got our flowers here, our word, our seashells, and of course our charm, or 3 charms, whatever way you want to look at it. I actually really like this, and I could also decorate it a little more, put a little embellishment here if I wanted, but for now that takes care of that. I like this word going half on the flip and half off, other than being able to see that on the back, but that's okay. I'll make do. But I like it. Turned out good. I hope you like it. Hope you're following along. I look forward to seeing what you do with week 33. Stay tuned for my big dyeing video. I cover a lot of things on dyeing different fibers and what I used, and show you all the finished stuff that I made and all that kind of stuff. But there we go. I'm going to add that into my binder. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again next Sunday for week 34. Check out the other videos. Check out the shops, the Facebook group. If you could like, share, and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot. See you soon. Bye for now.